Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Washington and 41 other states are suing Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, for its alleged connection to teen mental health crisis. The Wenatchee area unemployment rate was down last month compared to September of 2022, but so was non-farm employment. The rain and snow showers will end tonight, but the unseasonably cold temperatures will continue into the upcoming weekend. Wenatchee School Board member Katherine Thomas will not face removal or other disciplinary action over her residency status. School Board President Maria Iniguez announced Tuesday that while Thomas and her family have relocated to Texas and she's attended meetings from there via Zoom, Thomas still asserts that her primary residence is in Wenatchee. Thomas accused Iniguez and fellow board members Laura Jakes and Martin Barron of conspiring to remove her with only a handful of board meetings remaining in her term.
So on October 16th, Dr. Kelleher, myself met with Katherine Thomas for a fact-finding meeting regarding Katherine's residency. The meeting was in result of the September 26th regular board meeting. During the meeting, I asked Katherine the following three questions, and I will follow up with her response. Where is your primary residence? And she identified Canyon Road, Wenatchee. What is your voter registration? Is your voter registration valid in the state of Washington and Chelan County? Her response was yes. Through your family's ongoing transition to Texas, do you feel that you have violated board policy 1113 or 1815? Or any other policy in any way? Her response was no. So, given the responses, no further action will be taken by the board on this matter.
I'm embarrassed by it, not because I've done anything wrong, but because members of this board are so politicized and petty that they would waste time, attention, and worst of all, the district's money, the students' money, taxpayers' money on this, frankly, garbage. I just find it so disheartening that this issue, this attention was given to this issue when there were literally 3 board meetings left. I have 1 board meeting left. So I just, I think it's worth considering maybe paying back the district for the funds that were wasted on this resolution.
A resolution approved on Monday night by the Eastmont School District Board of Directors will place a bond measure on the February ballot. If passed, the funds from the bond will go towards updating learning spaces in older portions of Cascade, Kenroy, and Lee Elementaries, as well as making some significant improvements to Rock Island Elementary's facility. The board also made the decision to lower the amount of the bond measure to $117.1 million from the previous $185 million after gathering input from community members. That bond measure failed to gather the needed supermajority of votes in 2022. The Eastmont School District has announced the launch of a strategic plan initiative to create a shared vision for student achievement within the district. The program involves a series of 6 projected meetings to gain combined input from students, parents, and staff. The first of these meetings was held on October 10th and reviewed the responses of a survey on important student characteristics. The next meeting will be held on November 7th. For a full schedule of the meetings, visit the Eastmont School District's website. Washington and 41 other states are suing Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, for its alleged connection to teen mental health crisis. Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced the state's involvement yesterday. The federal lawsuit accuses Meta of knowingly targeting youth with harmful features to maximize their engagement with the company's social media platforms, while also downplaying the risks. In teens, excessive social media use correlates with instances of depression, anxiety, and risks of self-harm. The states are asking a judge to force Meta to enhance its safety standards for young users. Meta denies the claims in the lawsuit and says it's focused on user safety. When we come back, the Eastmont School District has announced the launch of a strategic plan initiative to create a shared vision for student achievement within the district. And the Wenatchee State Hospital Association is introducing Team Birth to 15 hospitals across the state, including Confluence Health Hospital Central Campus. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi everybody, Dan Coos alongside Jesse Coble. From Alpine Air, my heat pump there's like steam coming out of it. It's making weird noises. Is this something I need to be concerned about?
No, Dan, that's normal operation. Refrigeration technology steals heat from the outside, transfers it to the inside, and it creates frost on your heat pump. The defrost cycle melts that off, which creates steam and a little bit of noise.
That makes sense. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
As Chelan's premier lifestyle store, Willow, find unique home decor, clothing, jewelry, and more. Come visit for a welcoming and memorable shopping experience.
Deepwater Electronics is your one-stop shop for the latest in TV and sound technology. Whether you build your home theater or let them do it for you, Deepwater Electronics is the clear choice.
The switch is on to T-Mobile. Get the best 5G experience and the customer service you depend on. Only at Chelan Wireless in downtown Chelan.
September unemployment in the Wenatchee area is down compared to last year and is the lowest September unemployment rate since 1990. The Washington State Employment Security Department reports the Wenatchee area unemployment last month was at 3.2%. That's down 0.6% compared to last year and down 0.7% compared to August of this year. However, non-farm employment was down slightly in September at 48,000 jobs. That's compared to 48,700 jobs reported in September of 2022. The 700 jobs lost is relatively small, but it's the second straight month of backsliding in the Wenatchee MSA non-farm job market and will be a trend to watch in the coming months. 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse said today he was proud to vote for Republican Mike Johnson of Louisiana to become the new Speaker of the House. The GOP-led chamber has been at an impasse over the speakership since the removal of Kevin McCarthy on October 3rd. Johnson received 220 votes for the speakership. Back in 2021, he led House Republicans, including Newhouse, who signed a legal brief to the Supreme Court seeking to invalidate election results in 4 states and restore Donald Trump to the presidency. That effort failed, and after the January 6th insurrection, Newhouse became one of 10 Republicans who voted to impeach the former president. The Washington State Hospital Association is introducing Team Birth to 15 hospitals across the state, including Confluence Health Hospital Central Campus. Team Birth is a new program that not only centers but includes the patient in all decisions made throughout the process of labor, delivery, and postpartum. Besides Confluence Health, also included on that list of hospitals adopting the program are Cooley Medical Center, Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, St. Francis Hospital, and Virginia Mason Franciscan Medical Center in Seattle. Coming up next, thanks to a board vote last year that changed its election process, every seat on the Wenatchee School Board is up for a vote this year. Tonight, the District 4 candidates will be featured in our feature story. Unseasonably cold weather is upon us, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
We're turning up the heat with the hottest deals of the year. Right now, during the hot summer clearance sale, only at Click It RV. #1 in sales and service. The best RV brands, over 1,000 to choose from. And the best deals of the year on remaining 2023 model year-end clearance with incredible 30% off. Brand new RVs discounted up to 30%. Save thousands. Plus, no payments until 2024. During the hot summer clearance sale, now only at Click It RV. 5 superstore locations. Hurry in today.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Thanks to a board vote last year that changed its election process, every seat on the Wenatchee School Board is up for a vote this year. Only 3 of those seats are in a contested race, including the at-large seat, the only one that's chosen by all voters in the Wenatchee School District. Our full interviews with incumbent Martin Barron and challenger Tricia Cleek are on our website and airing right here through November 7th. Here's some of what they had to say.
The vote of the board that adopted districted elections. Do you think that it was the proper decision to adopt districted elections? How do you think it helps the district overall?
I think it was an essential decision, and we were not the first people to take it. The city of Wenatchee took it earlier than we did, and wisely so. And in fact, our trajectory is very similar to what the city's was. The one thing we did not want to do is do what communities like Yakima did, which is dispute the Voting Rights Act, spend an awful lot of money and still lose in the end. So it was a preemptive, wise, good move to do it, and then simply follow the law and the proper procedure. And I'm going to go on a little bit of a digression. People often think that school boards have almost legislative rights, but they don't. We start with the law, and all the policies need to be within the law, and you're guided within the law and Constitution. That's part of the oath. And so that very much is why we needed to do districts, to do it well. And I feel that this is actually campaigning. People get a sense of who's my rep, which they didn't have before.
Tell me what kind of ideology concerns you have about Wenatchee School District.
Well, there's a lot of very controversial ideologies, DEI, CRT, even the social emotional learning has some aspects of Marxist ideologies. They're very divisive. There's the haves and the have-nots, and privileged and not privileged, and it just pits people against one another, which I don't think those ideologies have any place in the public school system. I believe that the public school system, being funded by taxpayers, ought to be about academics.
What is it about DEI that is troublesome? And would you see yourself rolling back any movements that the school district has made toward diversity, equity, inclusion if you were elected?
Those words all on their surface are great. I mean, diversity is obviously everything. I mean, our population, our country is very diverse. Equity, we're all for equity. And inclusion, of course we want to include everyone. But underlying those ideologies are very divisive things, like I said, about Marxism with the haves and have-nots and that kind of stuff. I believe, for instance, that people of faith have a much harder challenge because their children are being taught, things that are anti-faith, like the world just evolved, there's no God.
Have you reviewed the curricula for what students are being taught in Wenatchee schools?
I haven't. I know what I was taught when I was in school, and I'm assuming it's pretty much, in the public school, it's the same.
But we haven't seen a curriculum in Wenatchee School District that says there is no God, evolution just happens.
And I don't know that.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Wednesday, and as advertised, we had plenty of precipitation that moved in last night and continued into the overnight. A lot of the hills around Wenatchee seeing this light sprinkling of snow. This is from our Waterville Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can see the Columbia River down below, but this pretty much sums up the day today with lots of low clouds, some foggy conditions, and good moisture we all picked up over last night. We'll talk about that in a second, but after this, we are going to see the coldest temperatures we have seen since late last winter, and that's early this year. We're talking temperatures in the teens and 20s for overnight lows, and it will be the coldest temperatures so far this fall. Yeah, widespread hard freeze. Well, I'm telling you, it might not have made it from last night, but if you have anything left in your gardens, you better go grab them today or tonight, because not going to last too long after that. Mountain passes, yeah, as you can imagine, about 2 to 5 inches of snow generally fell at Snoqualmie, Blewett, and Stevens passes, but we're expecting that to continue through the evening hours, maybe even overnight. Winter travel conditions, and once again, that includes Stevens, Blewett, and Snoqualmie passes. So if you are traveling west, be very, very careful if you do that. High temperatures today, and they weren't very warm. 40 degrees unofficially is all we got to today. 15 degrees below where we should be for this time of year at 55. 36 our overnight low, and that's about normal, believe it or not, for our low this time of year at 37. Our record high, doesn't that look nice? 2019, we got to 72 degrees. Our record cold, 26. The very next year, excuse me, in 2020. This is the good news. We were over 1.5 inches behind where we should be for moisture. We picked up 0.36 inches of rain in the Wenatchee area. That's at Pangbourne Airport. That now gets us to 4.27 inches for the year. And we're still below normal, but not quite as bad. 1.2 inches now below where we should be. 8 inches, by the way, of snow fell up on Badger Mountain, and there was a lot of snow around Wenatchee. We just didn't see much in the ground here in the city. 7:34, sun came up this morning, and it sets tonight at 5:55. All right, taking a look at those Thursday temperatures, a lot like today, maybe a tick or two higher. 43 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 42 for the high temperature in Quincy. Lots of 41s. Wenatchee and Entiat, 42 for Chelan. The warm spot tomorrow will be up in Omak. Can you believe that? I'm saying warm spot at 44 degrees. All right, let's take a look at our surface loop, and not much is going to change as we make our way through these next 6 days. Tonight, clearing skies overnight. That means some very chilly overnight lows. We're talking lows in the mid-20s. Still a few scattered, and I mean very scattered showers around the area. That will dissipate overnight. For Thursday, partly cloudy, and we're just going to stay unseasonably cool. The storm system that moved through our area now well into Montana, moving into the Dakotas. You can see the trough that did move through. For football Friday, bundle up. Big game, Moses Lake and Eastmont Friday night. We'll have it right here on the NCWLIFE channel. High temperatures only in the low 40s, so at dark at kickoff, yeah, we're talking temperatures into the 30s, so please bundle up on Friday. For Saturday, sunny skies. We'll still see some cool temperatures. It's mainly from this high. It's dragging those cold temperatures down from the Gulf of Alaska, and that will continue for us through the weekend. Sunday, sunny, still chilly. High temperatures a little bit better into the mid 40s, and most of the real cold air dipping all the way down into West Texas. So we kind of dodged a bullet on the cold air from this storm, but as you know, we're still early on in the season. Monday, high clouds in our forecast kicking off our next work week. We're going to remain unseasonably cool. High temperatures Monday into those mid 40s, and then by the end of our forecast, partly cloudy. Can we call it better? Yeah, we'll do that. High temperatures in the mid, maybe upper 40s, which will feel pretty good before this next round of storminess moves in, and it looks like that could be as early as next Wednesday. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Overnight tonight, it's going to be chilly. 27, 41 tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. We'll see a good deal of sun Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but just not that warm. We're going to stay primarily in the mid 40s. High clouds and cool for Monday and 46, and then partly cloudy, just a little bit better on Tuesday with a high temperature of 47. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Hondas are piggy banks on wheels. Stylish, athletic piggy banks that save you money at every glorious turn. Legendary fuel efficiency, famous for its resale value, and now with great deals including 2 years complimentary maintenance, it's your chance to get into America's best value brand. So start saving money and drive happy as a pig in. See your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
The Big Nine girls soccer season is winding down with a two-way shootout for the regular season championship between Wenatchee and Eastmont. The Panthers erased an early deficit to come back and beat Moses Lake on senior night last night in the Apple Bowl. 4-1 the final. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen had the call here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Prescott, personal maneuver. Prescott approaching the box. Prescott, right-footed shot. Oh my, go! What a move by Prescott. Shades of Maradona against the English in '86. Lands at the feet of Davidson. Touch to the side. Back to Davidson. Into the box. Right-footed shot. And a brilliant strike it is. Davidson ties it up for the Panthers with 16 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the half. One for Moses Lake, one for Wenatchee. Matt Wisen.
That was a rocket. She got some contact on that ball.
Who's going to tap it in? Still not cleared. The shot. Goal! And just like that, Wenatchee takes the lead. Davidson on the counter. You called it, Matt. Shot across. Rejected. Bit of a shove there. Back to Davidson. Davidson to Bowles. Top of the box. Right-footed shot. Lasso! What a shot. What a shot. The touch. Top of the box. Bowles. The shot. Oh, my word. No doubter. And there's the whistle that tells us that this game is now part of our great nation's history. The final score, Wenatchee 4, Moses Lake 1.
What allowed you to make such a different effort in the second half compared to the first one?
During halftime, we really recognized the things we needed to work on. We needed to pick up the intensity. We were playing very sloppy the first half with our passes. And I think once we got our passes connected, we finally picked it up.
Now, was the fact that it was a senior night, the emotional charge of seeing Sienna suit up, was that a factor in perhaps, like you said, the sloppy first half? It was a little hard to get into focus?
Yeah, I think our mind was really elsewhere in the beginning. But then we picked it up once we realized we needed the 3 goals, we needed the win. I don't know, I don't think we really thought of that but when we started the game.
But you did know, okay, 1 more goal and we get that extra point. That was in the back of your minds.
Yes, once we got the 2 goals, we knew we needed the last one.
Eastmont was also victorious last night with a 3-1 win at West Valley. That leaves the Panthers and Wildcats still tied atop the league standings with 1 game to go. In other action last night, Ephrata won its first-round CWAC District playoff game 1-0 over Grandview. Chelan topped Omak 2-1. Kashmir completed an undefeated league season with a 5-0 win over Quincy to capture another Caribou Trail League regular season championship. Also last night, Okanagan edged Brewster 3-2. Tonasca topped Bridgeport 12-0 as the Tigers repeated as Central Washington B-League champions. Liberty Bell beat Manson 5-2. Pateros edged Lake Roosevelt 4-3. On the Les Schwab Prep Volleyball scoreboard, Wenatchee swept Moses Lake in 3 sets. West Valley down Eastmont 3-0. Ephrata topped Grandview in straight sets. Chelan captured yet another Caribou Trail League regular season title with a 3-set sweep of Omak. In other action last night, Okanagan topped Bridgeport 3-0. Lake Roosevelt down Oroville 3-1. Manson repeated as the Central Washington 2B League champs with a straight set win over Brewster. In the first round of the Central Washington 1B District Tournament in Waterville, Easton swept Cascade Christian in 3 sets. Thorpe and Pateros played at Donnybrook. Thorpe coming out on top 3-2. make it 3 wins in a row for the Wenatchee Wild. Wenatchee defended its home ice with a 5-2 win over the Kamloops Blazers last night. Connor Geekie got the scoring started for the Wild nearly 6 minutes into the contest.
And they got it there with Geekie. Right hash mark Isogai out top for Swart. They find Isogai right point through the circle, trying to jam it in. Curled up top, they score! Connor Geekie on the power play again! And another one for the Wild. Time of the goal. 5:48 of the first. It's 1-0. Left hash mark for Finney. Back out top. And it goes to Dylan Sador, wristed toward the net, save made, knocked down in the net, it is in the net, but Daniel Hauser knocked down, looked like he got an elbow to the noggin from somebody. It's a power play goal, it's tied at 1 apiece. Andrew Thompson battling for it for the Blazers, bandied back out to the left point for Swart, as Wenatchee holds his own, sets up the offense. Brown opening up some space, Swart drives it to the net, and he scores! Weaving through the traffic, Graham Swart, it's 2-1 Wenatchee. So it's Bryce Minton serving this one, locked up and secured by Keyhole Security, and the Wild start the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning power play. They're 1 for 1 already tonight. Make it 2 for 2! Carter Prasovsky up top with a rocket and a 3-1 lead. Chipped in, gathered up. Connor Levis looking for some help off the near corner wall. Levis still shadowed by Cumbie, out to the right point. Wrist shot, top shelf, they score. So Connor Levis picks up the goal, and the Wild respond with one of their own. Left point for Swart. Zips it across. Prasovsky lets one fly. Nothing there. Second chance, they score! 5-2 Wenatchee. 5-2. Your plumb perfect final score. Wild win.
Daniel Hauser stopped 37 of 39 shots in goal for the victory. Wenatchee travels to Everett Friday to meet the Silver Tips at 7:05. You can hear the action with Austin Drade on 560 KPQ. The Seattle Kraken got its 4-game road trip off to a good start with a 5-4 overtime win over to Detroit last night. Seattle fell behind early but fought back in the back-and-forth contest, with Jordan Eberle getting the game winner with under 5 seconds remaining in OT.
It depends on where the referee was when he saw it happen. It looked bad. It may not have been bad.
Well, that came right in front of the goal, and they score.
Wow.
Schwartz went to the net, and it bobbled through Husso. Wenberg ahead. Schwartz is in, scores. Got a couple. And had it knocked down, lead pass there. And in the clear, Cartier scores.
Wow.
Whoa, the fans are going to be angry at this one as Ty Cartier, in his 6th game, gets his 2nd goal. Sprung into the clear for the AHL Rookie of the Year from Coachella Valley. Well, the Red Wings have 3 comeback wins already this season, all 1 goal. Scores! Quick shot, back of the net, Gostisbehere.
Was that a rocket in the short side top corner?
Larkin in front of Decor. There's Gostisbehere, they take the shot away, does Alexiak. Down to Larkin. Scores!
Wow. What a shot, top corner. Whoa!
Now to Perron. Back to Sider, to Gostisbehere. Top of the right circle, down low, Larkin finds DeBrincat, scores! Wow. It's 4-3. Pray for 6 on the power play. Schwartz heads to the front of the net. He's got 2 goals tonight. Back for Jared McCann. The shot, he scores! Oh, he's tied it up. Raymond right in. Firing one, hit the goal post. Look out, air break the other way. Done, the defenseman with Eberle, hustling back as Comper. Eberle's got it, fires, and that one went wide. Here's McCann with room. Pass to front, they score! Eberle from McCann with 5 seconds left in overtime. 4:55. Seattle wins it to break the Red Wings' 5-game winning streak.
Seattle next heads for Carolina tomorrow at 4 o'clock. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, it is back at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. The Haunted the Museum, Mark Belton? Is that what it's officially called?
Haunted Museum.
Haunted Museum. You get to see all kinds of cool stuff inside the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center that is not open to the general public as a rule of thumb. And there's some new twists this year, isn't there, Mark?
There is. New twists and turns. Come see some hidden parts of the museum that no one else gets to see.
And get scared a little bit because it's that time of the year. Mark Belton on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.